yeah, VIR baby, VIR. Good morning from a absolutely freezing VIR. Just woke up and went to tech, got the bike tech, but here are my sleeping quarters from last night. A lot better than the old Honda Civic sleeping in the passenger seat was, so an upgrade nonetheless. However, not as warm as you'd think because of my beautiful camper shell got its rear window shattered by a window shutter a couple weeks ago, but that's a whole nother story. It blew off the house and it hit my car. Out of all the cars parked around the house, it hit my car. Anyway, yeah, today it's VIR Patriot course with Evolve GT, and tomorrow we're going to be at VIR North course. I'm going to have to move paddocks, which it's a bit annoying, but I'd be a lot happier moving to the North paddock to get some slightly better facilities. This is my first time at VIR Patriot, and it is, yeah, obviously not like the North paddock. First time actually running the Patriot course ever, and I was planning on doing it on my CRF 450R Supermoto. However, funnily enough, I sold it yesterday morning. Yeah, it's just plans change and I'm gonna put more effort towards the 660. And so yeah, anyway, I'm gonna let this day warm up and take it slow to get started and just get comfortable on it, because tomorrow is the important day. It's Moto Gladiator, my first round. Technically today is the first round. They're racing at VIR Patriot. However, I will not be participating, and I'll be doing 2 races VIR North tomorrow in the twins class. So just gonna take today to ease into the weekend. Anyway, vamos. Now the beautiful sun is coming out, gonna warm us up. Got all the bikes up here in the Patriot paddock. Tech's still going on. I was one of the first ones out, just rolled the bike from over here straight to tech, which was nice. The 660 getting sun-kissed. The only pain in the ass about the transportation setup I have is that I'm using Canyon Dancer, so I have to take off the brake lever guard and the clutch lever guard every time I transport the bike. I have to put them back on when I get back, so kind of annoying. I made my way to the North paddock. There's a car track day going on. Morning. Sweet cars. The Porsches. Interesting to see the other side. Corvettes. I'm not too much of a car guy, nor do I know a lot about cars, but there's some beautiful cars here. I wonder what course they're running. If we're running Patriot, maybe full? They're probably running full. That's crazy. Oh man, I'm jealous. I am jealous. Nice Evo there. Ooh, that would be something that I would drive. Anyway, let's take the Modulato back to the Patriot paddock. I did not get any onboard footage from today at the Patriot course because I was just, first of all, it was crash fest galore in the sessions before lunch, and then after lunch I skipped out on the 4th session because MotoGP race was going on, that I watched. And then I was just trying to get comfortable on the bike. It was a very technical track, a lot of like slow corners when you have to lean the bike over a lot, and I still don't have a ton of confidence in the front. Hence the chicken strips that are still there. So thank you, cameraman. Hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna feel a little better, perform a bit better on the North course. Thank you, cameraman. On the North course, which I've done twice, and then full course I did once, so I guess 3 times. And yeah, we got Moto Gladiator race tomorrow, so it's time to perform.
Hey, get my phone. I need to see my grid position again.
What?
Get my phone. I need to see my grid position. Get my phone. Fuck, man. I lost my the shift knuckle came off. The shift knuckle. First race, mechanical. I think I did good though of managing it. I don't know how I was doing lap time wise, but kind of sucks. I think my day's over. I don't know if it just slid off. I didn't get a good chance to look at it, or if it fully came off. I don't know. But this sucks. I was feeling good. I mean, I made a couple mistakes towards the end, but
Is it lucid or is it on the bike?
I didn't have to get a good look. Yeah, I had the shift knuckle pop out of place on the straight. Well, this is my first time in the crash truck parade ride.
Well, you do it long enough, you'll end up here.
Yeah. Should I move the stuff around back here for him to sit?
Oh, he's gonna ride in the back. He'll
Oh, okay. over or not? Am I a donut? Alright, race is over. Kept messing up on that last lap. I thought my shift lever came loose again because I didn't feel it, but it was just my foot position and it was wrong.
And that is a wrap on VIR. As you can see, I've been absolutely, I don't know, just allergies have been kicking my ass today. But yeah, today was pretty was fun. But race one was a bit interesting. The fact that I was basically at the wrong starting position, and then the fact that my left rear set where I shift completely fell out of place and was just hanging on the main straight, so I didn't finish race one. I finished race two. Towards the end, I started getting a bit mental fatigue and started missing my apexes, and I was just thinking too much about the shift lever because I thought it came out of place again and started misshifting. But overall was fun and was a good introduction to racing. Next up is my first ASRA round at PITT RACE, God willing, May 10th, 11th. So we have a good amount of time to rest, recuperate, and get prepared for the next round. And hopefully then I'll be off the DOT street tires, the S22s. They started slipping in like the after turn 7, so it's like after the bridge and into kind of like the Patriot course area. Started kind of slipping a bit towards the end of race 2. So I don't know if that's just due to the track or if it's just due to the tires and they're starting to lose a bit of grip.
Or due to the rider?
Or due to the rider. Anyway, that's the end of the weekend. On to the next one. Ciao ragazzi.